right, man. All right. Welcome back. Locked In Sports Media, man. Home of the Rings with Wings podcast. It's your boy, the Bad Man. We got breaking freaking news, man. The Philadelphia Eagles, man. They have hired an offensive coordinator, man. It's been a wild one, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was really, I even got a little worried for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of reports coming out that, guys don't want to be the offensive coordinator for the Eagles and just all kinds of crazy stuff coming out concerning this team. And, I'm not really understanding it. But I don't really think it's guys don't want to be the offensive coordinator. I just think, some guys just may fit other situations better. You see Mike McDaniel goes to the Chargers. I think that's a good fit for him. I think that's a good fit for him going there. I don't, I'm not a Chargers fan, of course, but I think he'll do good with them. They're in the AFC. We don't really worry about them too much until maybe the playoffs if we have to see them for whatever reason. But other than that, they're not really on our schedule a whole lot, so we don't really got to worry about them as far as the Eagles. Um, but going there, Brian Dubal going to Tennessee, that was a little weird. But I kind of feel like there's already kind of a weird rift between Brian Dubal and the Eagles. I don't really think they really see eye to eye on a lot of things. So that didn't really surprise me because I didn't really think the Eagles were going to go with him anyway. I think there's just some kind of weird like animosity with them. I don't know, but I didn't really see that coming into fruition. I think that was kind of a pipe dream, I guess, if Mike McDaniel didn't work out, whatever. But yeah, man. So it's breaking news, man. They go with Sean Mannion, man, the quarterback coach for the Packers this past year. Yeah, real young guy, new fresh guy. Fresh new ideas, man. That's what they talk about. They talk about fresh new ideas, bringing fresh new ideas into the building, and that's what you're going to get with a guy like this. Yeah, young guy, real young guy. He played in the league. He was a backup quarterback. And a lot of those backup quarterbacks typically tend to be pretty good. When it comes to being coaches and coordinators and things like that, because they see the game, they've been there, they've done all that. So I kind of like that, man. You can't say that same thing for KP. You just can't, regardless if he has play calling experience or not. I know the guy. I know Sean Mannion doesn't, but he's highly regarded in the league. A lot of reports have came out about him being a really highly regarded coach, and so I think it's going to be good. I got a good feeling about it, especially him being a former player. I think that's beneficial for the whole offense. Just the way he sees the game. So I think that'll be very good. I'm expecting big things, not necessarily right away because he is new to the position, but I expect him to grow into the position and get better. So and then the hire that I really like, man, they hired Sean Mannion one day, and the next day they go and get Josh Grizzard, the offensive coordinator from the Bucks this past year. Now that hire, I love that hire. As the passing game coordinator, I think that's a great move. Um, I just like, I like what the Bucks do in the passing game. I like their routes. I like how they, the combinations and things like that. I like what they do. So I really think, bringing him in, a guy that's done it before, has been an offensive coordinator, is going to be very beneficial for our new offensive coordinator, as well as the team. I think it's going to open up a lot of different things, different receivers that he's had, So I really like that, man. I think that was that kind of won me over when they did that. I think so it's almost like essentially having two offensive coordinators on the staff, which I really like. So, man, I think that's gonna be pretty cool, man. I'm interested to see how that all works out. In that regard, we'll see. But yeah, man. So breaking news, man. Sean Main is the OC, and you got Josh Grizzard, I think is how you say it, is the passing game coordinator. So man, things are heating up, man. Things are starting to make sense a little bit. So we'll see how all this works out. We'll see who they let him bring in for coaches and things like that, because they gotta let him bring some guys with them. So we'll see how that goes, man. But the OC search is finally over. I'm glad. I'm so over it, man. I'm glad it's done, and we can finally kind of know what we're heading into. And he comes from that that Matt LaFleur, from the Packers. Is that their head coach? He's a good offensive mind. He comes from that branch, and I think they say even the Shanahan branch as well. So yeah, man, I like the idea. I think he'll be a good pickup. We'll see how it all plays out though. So yeah, no more KP, man. We got a new guy in there, so we'll see how it goes, man. So fly Eagles, fly, man. Go Birds, man, and hopefully they made the right decision. We'll see. We'll be back with another episode real soon, man. We coming back with another one, man. And another one. We'll be back, man. We out. Peace.